This is day 2 of digital citizenship, my social media life. Essential question, how does social media affect our relationships? Learning objectives, identify the role of social media in students' lives. Reflect on the positive and negative effects social media use has on their relationships. And recognize red flag feelings when using social media and use the feelings and options thinking routine to consider ways to handle them. Think about the following question. What percentage of people in your class do you think are on social media like Instagram, Snapchat, or something similar? Social media is websites and applications that enable users to create and share content or to participate in social networking. Legally, many social media sites require you to be at least 13 years old to sign up, and some even require you to be 17 or 18. 70% of teens use social media multiple times per day. Observe and analyze the image. Social Media, Social Life 2018. Now, this is a couple years ago, so these numbers are probably a little bit higher than they're showing in the graph. Social media use among teens has increased dramatically. If you look at the green line, that is the percent of teens with a smartphone. In 2012, that percentage was 41%. And it grew to 89% in 2018. On the blue line, it is the percent of teens who use social media multiple times a day. That number went from 34% in 2012 to 70% in 2018. Teens overwhelmingly choose Snapchat as their main social media site. That may have changed since 2018, but this is showing us that 41% were on Snapchat, 22% were on Instagram, and only 15% were on Facebook. Think about these questions before I play this video. What did the teens say were some of the benefits, which is probably something positive, of social media? And what did they identify as problems or drawbacks?
Sometimes when I'm sad, I like to communicate with my friends on social media, and that really makes me feel less lonely.
The thing I love most about social media is to stay connected with my friends. Over spring break, I broke my phone, and I didn't have it for a week, and everyone thought I was dead. It was just so impossible to contact me. I do get a little stressed when there's this huge thing that's awesome, and I can't be a part of it. And that's kind of worrying. That gets worrying sometimes. After getting my phone, in-person interactions, it's been replaced by text and call and FaceTime. I'm always with my friends, but when I'm not with them, I'm always talking to them on social media.
It's a lot easier to just meet up with people wherever you are, as long as you have a way to connect with them. So whether that be texting or Snapchatting or calling them, it's really easy instead of having to communicate through your parents.
I would say it's very normal in today's world to be hanging out with people that you're close to or even not so close to and have moments where you're both just silently sitting on your phones.
I don't really feel pressured by my friends directly to be on social media, but sometimes I'll see them get out their phone and start looking at Instagram or something.
I think when it fills that space, there's nothing inherently wrong with it, but I do see now that seems, when that's the extent of what you do with a person, that's when it starts to bother me.
Me and my friends are on our phones a lot at the same time. I honestly don't really know why we do it while we're together, but we do.
I get stressed out oh, I'm probably missing this big thing and I can't comment on it or anything like that.
It always looks more fun when you're not there.
Even if they're doing homework, it makes it seem like they're having a great time doing whatever they're doing.
I generally don't really get that jealous of when I see photos of my friends together. That doesn't really bug me. I definitely do check it, and sometimes I get sidetracked.
It still sucks to see that 3 or 4 of your friends are out going shopping and you're not there.
People that I know actually worry about how many followers they have compared to other people, and if they're not getting as many messages, and it just causes so much unnecessary drama, I would say.
Followers isn't what you should be worrying about. It should be worrying about being with your friends and things that you like to do, like basketball or reading or other things.
If you are on your phone all the time, you will just tend to feel more lonely low energy.
I sometimes wish that it wasn't a thing so I could just hang out with my friends and play basketball or do other things like that.
Okay, some of the benefits of social media. You can connect with friends, share pictures of what you are doing. Oh, sorry. Share exciting things you're doing, stay up to date on the latest happenings, connect with people or groups who have interests similar to yours. I'm trying to get this to where I can present. Some of the drawbacks or problems of social media. It's distracting from other things you need to do, such as homework. You may feel pressure to constantly check it. You may feel pressure to show yourself as perfect or make your life look great. You might compare yourself to others. It can make you feel sad or even depressed. The feeling that you have to be on social media all the time is also a problem. Oversharing is sharing personal feelings, information, or experiences that later make the sharer feel uncomfortable or regretful. Examples of oversharing: sharing thoughts or feelings in the heat of the moment, sharing things you wouldn't want everyone to see, such as photos from a party or of you acting silly or weird, but then it was shared with a bigger group of people. Sharing every detail of your life, like what you ate for breakfast or every thought that comes to mind. Now, a couple things I want you to think about and reflect on, basically reflecting on your views about social media. So, we did this in class. I realize you are listening to a recording right now, but you can think about these things. We talked about whether that we agree, disagree, or are undecided with a thumbs up for agree, thumbs down for disagree, or your hand kind of sideways for undecided. So you don't have to do your thumbs up, thumbs down, but you can certainly think whether or not you agree, disagree, or you are undecided with the following statements I'm about to read on the next few slides. Keep in mind that people have different opinions and experiences with social media, and there isn't always a right or wrong answer. First one. Posting on social media allows me to connect with people who have the same interests I do. Do you agree, disagree, or are undecided? If you're having a bad day, social media makes it worse. You scroll through and see how great everyone else's life seems. It's depressing. Do you agree with that statement, disagree, or are undecided? Building real relationships with people is much easier face-to-face. Those relationships are stronger and last longer. Agree, disagree, or undecided. Social media isn't really about connecting with other people. It's just about showing off who you want people to think you are. Do you agree with that, disagree, or are undecided? So, another key vocabulary, red flag feeling. When something happens on digital media that makes you feel uncomfortable, worried, sad, or anxious, you should immediately kind of get a red flag feeling like, ooh, that's just not right. Some things you can do, there are feelings and options steps if something doesn't feel right. One, you identify. Who are the different people involved in the scenario or the situation or whatever it may be? What dilemma or challenge are they facing? Did somebody post something online and now you're trying to figure out how to backtrack? Somebody's upset about something, whatever it may be. Feel. What do you think each person in the dilemma is feeling? Are they happy about this? Are they sad? Are they embarrassed? Are they getting nervous, stressed out? Why might the situation be hard or challenging for each of them? Next is imagine. Imagine options for how the situation could be handled. So this is when your problem-solving skills come into play. Come up with as many ideas as possible. There's no one right answer. Then choose which option might lead to the most positive outcome, where most people feel good or taken care of. So if this is something that was posted that somebody's upset about, what could you do to maybe help handle that situation? Last one is say. Thinking more about the idea you choose for handling the situation, what could the people involved say to each other? And lastly, for our wrap up, think of 2 things you learned about how social media can affect your relationships. Remember, those relationships can be affected either positively or negatively. And then think of 1 strategy you can use moving forward to get the best out of social media. That strategy might be limiting yourself to the number of posts. It might be that you decide to write your post on paper, walk away from it, come back and think about it before you actually put it online. Because once things are online, as you should know, it's online for anyone and everyone to see, to copy, to share. So we don't want any of those regretful posts or moments for you on social media. You have finished lesson 2, so it is time to take your quiz. This should be located in your tutorial course in Schoology. Take the quiz titled My Social Media Life. Thank you.